Chapter 23. The day of the actual competition dawns bright and chilly. I shiver in the early March air as Mrs. V and I wait for my school bus. My jacket feels good. We've decided to use a manual chair today since the electric one, even with the car ramps, is a little heavy for Mom to handle on her own. "You ready, Mellow Yellow?" Mrs. V asked me. "Oh, yeah. Your head feels like it's going to pop with all those facts stuck inside," she teases. "Oh, yeah," I grin at her. "You'll do fine, better than me. Dynamite. Possibly awesome," Mrs. V says. "Oh, yeah," I push again. "We'll all be downtown in audience cheering you on. And the team?" "There are others on the team," she asks, smacking herself on the forehead. "I thought you were a solo act." "And teams from other schools?" "Don't worry, you're smarter than all of them put together. So we'll be cheering the loudest. Your mom and dad and me and Penny." "Do I look okay?" Mrs. V looks me up and down, like a television star. She replies, "Your mom tucked an extra blouse in your bag, just in case. Catherine knows what to do." I'm glad Catherine will be going with us, and I think Mr. Dimming is glad as well. "Tell me the plan again." "Your mom will pick you up from school, take you to get a bite to eat, and get you to the TV studio about 15 minutes before the rest of the contestants. Penny and your dad and I will meet you there." "TV folks won't freak out when I show up." "They are well prepared for you. Actually, it's possible a few reporters might be there and want to talk to you." "Me? Why?" "I can't imagine why any news person would want to talk to somebody who could only talk through a machine. How boring." "You're a wonderful human interest story. Other people might be interested in knowing more about you." "They won't make fun of me?" Just the thought of it makes my palms sweaty. So here, Melody again is feeling nervous. She's excited for being on the team, but she's really nervous about what other people are going to think about her. Because we know throughout this whole chapter, people judge her because of the way she looks. Mrs. V takes my hand in hers. "Not at all. They'll admire you, I'm sure. You are Spalding Street Elementary School's own personal Stephen Hawking. They're lucky." "I hope so. Here's your bus. Have a great day, Melody. I'll see you tonight." I managed to get through the day without spilling anything on my clothes, and I'm relieved to see Mom when the last bell rings at school. After a quick meal of macaroni and applesauce in the car, smart Mom, nothing red, we head downtown. Again and again, right? We have this clothing come up. Melody and her clothing are a huge part of this book, right? We find a handicapped parking spot right in front of the studio, and after the usual unloading the chair, down the car ramps, seating me, strapping me in, then attaching Elvira, we roll inside. The receptionist, a chunky, pleasant woman with lots of makeup and frizzy hair, directs us to the staging area. I have to blink a little to figure it all out. Everything you see on TV is fake. I see the place where they film the news. When I watch it on television at home, it looks like the reporters are sitting in front of a huge window that shows all of downtown. But it's just a painting, and it's pretty small. So is the desk where the reporters sit. It seems so much bigger from home. I recognize a couple of the reporters who I watch every day. I can't believe how skinny the morning lady is. On TV, she looks normal size. I'm going to look like a huge balloon when the cameras show me. Oh, speaking of cameras, they are huge, like giant black mechanical space beings on wheels. Guys with headphones and women with clipboards run around checking stuff. The back part of the studio is dark, but the place where the contest will take place is lit brightly. I can see where the teams will stand and the big buttons they'll push for the answers. In another room, behind all the cameras and the action, are the benches where the audience sits. Some people have already started to file in. I can see them through the large glass window. I jump when Catherine taps me on the shoulder. Fascinating, huh? For real, I type. She and Mom chat a bit before a man wearing jeans and a Cincinnati Bengals sweatshirt approaches us. Excuse me? He says to me, but are you Melody Brooks? Surprised, I quickly say, yes. My name is Paul, and I'm the stage manager. His huge hand swallows mine as he shakes it. I'm glad you're here early. Let's see if we have you set up correctly. We're really glad to have you participate. He spoke directly to me, not Mom or Catherine. I like him right away. Now remember, most people when they talk to Melody, they talk to the other people around her because they assume, again, that she doesn't want to, or she doesn't know anything. We roll across the studio, careful to avoid cords and wires, and enter the area where the competition will take place. This is where the members of each team will stand, he explains. They each have 4 large buttons to push. Red is for the letter A, blue is for the letter B, yellow is for the letter C, and D, of course, is green. I nod. And here, Miss Melody, is where you will sit, right next to your teammates. I have rigged a special answer board for you, so it adjusts it to the height of your wheelchair. He looks pretty proud of himself as he shows me the setup. Wow, I type. This is perfect. How did you know? My son is in a wheelchair, he says with a shrug. I build stuff for Rusty all the time, but there's no way he could do what you are about to do. He kneels down so he can look me in the eye. Knock their socks off, champ. Rusty will be watching. Oh, this makes my heart feel happy. So the reason he's talking to her like Melody's parents and Mrs. V and Catherine all talk to her is because he knows that she is just like every other kid. She just has a disability. Okay, I type, for Rusty. He rolls me behind my answer board and lets me practice with the 4 color-coded buttons. Because they are so large, hitting the right one is actually easier than using my Medi-Talker. I don't even have to aim with my thumb. I can use my whole fist. When I hit the red button, the letter A lights up on the screen in front of me to lock in the answer. Thanks, Paul, I type. Very, very much. He winks, gives all of the buttons a quick punch to make sure they're all light up, then tells me he'll see me later. I can do this, I tell Mom and Catherine. I'm ready. The rest of our team starts to arrive. Connor, dressed in a black suit with a red tie, actually looks good. Rose is blushing and nervous, is wearing pale blue. Hi, Melody, she says. Are you scared? Nope, not at all, I type. My mom made me wear this tie, Connor complains, as he rolls his finger inside his shirt collar to loosen it. I hope I don't choke on TV. If he does, at least the attention will be on him instead of me. What if I do something stupid, or I start to drool, and the camera does a close-up? Amanda, Rodney, Molly, and Elena, the alternates, look a little sad as they wander around the studio. They won't get a chance to participate unless something happens to disqualify one of the 4 of us. I guess that includes Connor, fainting, or me, convulsing. Are you okay? I hear Rose ask Amanda. Yeah, but it's just like I'm all dressed up with nothing to do. I feel you, Rose says. Break a leg, Amanda tells her. Really? Rose smiles. That's what you're supposed to say for good luck, Amanda explains. I know, but look at it this way. At the finals in Washington, there are 6 people on the team, so that opens things up a little bit. Right there, Rose is kind of surprised that Amanda is cheering her on, even though she wishes she had her spot. So go out there and win. Will do. Claire and Molly make funny faces in front of the cameras, pretending that they're on air. Neither of them speaks to me. Are you guys surprised? I'm not. Look, Claire, Molly says, her voice for once in all of something. You can see a reflection in that camera over there. Do I look okay? Claire asks, smoothing out her dress. You look great, Molly assures her. You know, it really ought to be you up there instead of Melody, Claire says loud enough for me to hear. Well, I'm ready if she messes up, Molly whispers back. I just shake my head and think, delete, delete, delete. No way am I letting their negativity mess me up. I have enough to worry about. Mr. Dimming hurries in, then wearing a brand new navy blue suit, a fresh white shirt, and a red vest and tie. The whole team cheers, and Connor gives him a high five. He buzzes around for a bit, like a nervous bumblebee. He checks on details, wishes us all good luck, then goes to sit in the observation area. No teachers are allowed near the students during the competition. Catherine is allowed to stand in the back behind the cameras, just in case I have an emergency. Other teams start to fill in the studio as well. One team from Green Hills Academy is all dressed in Kelly green sweaters. Not a bad idea, but the sweaters are ugly. Another team from Crown Elementary is wearing little fake crowns on their head. That seems to me a little over the top. But our team hasn't done anything special. They don't need to. They have me. So right here, I think Melody is telling us their team already stands out. They don't need to wear special sweaters. They don't need to wear the same color outfit. They don't need to wear a uniform. They stand out already because they have the girl in the wheelchair. Alrighty guys, we just read chapter 23. And Melody is about to go on live TV to prove to everybody that she is smarter than what she looks. And she doesn't want to be judged anymore. There was somebody important in this chapter, and his name was Paul. And that's what you're going to have to do in the discussion question right now. You're going to have to answer this question. Why does Melody like Paul, that stage manager, right away? And why is this a big deal? So that's 2 questions you have to answer. Paul is really important in this chapter because Melody is super nervous and he does something for her that most people don't do. So think about that. Think about what did he do for her, why it was a big deal, and why did she like him right away? He did something that most people don't do. All right, I look forward to reading your answers in the discussion questions, and I think that's it. Have a great rest of your day. Stay healthy.